Now, the Fiscal Responsibility Commission has drawn attention to the dangers of banks making loans in a way that goes against Section 45 of its Fiscal Responsibility Act. Such conduct might potentially have serious repercussions for banks and the Nigerian economy, according to its executive chairman, Victor Morocco, who spoke during a one-day stakeholders meeting in Lagos. Although borrowing by the government and other public entities is a tool for development, Mr. Morocco emphasized that lending by banks and other financial institutions that violates the requirement is illegal. Now, live here in the studios with me to discuss all of this further is Arise business analyst, Chika Mbonu. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Let's start with money, because let's start with a probe of the Senate into the crude oil theft. This is sending a whole contingent. There are 5 committees. It looks like this is following the whiff of money. If I could borrow that from James,
the way the cookie crumbles.
From James Hadley Chase.
Yeah, the way the cookie crumbles. You know, we've spoken so much about this program. You know, now, to put it in perspective for our viewers, the figure mentioned there, about 2.3 trillion,
yes,
is about 10% of more than 10% of our budget in 2023. Then, to make it worse, it's more than 20% of the revenues budgeted in 2023. More than 20% of our deficit, borrowings and deficits in 2023. So you can imagine how big this is, yes, how impactful this has been. But I've said several times in this program that, you know, the money is very sweet. You can see it's a syndicate, say, between security agencies, militias, local kings and traditional rulers, and then citizens.
All hands in a cookie jar.
A cookie jar. So everybody's having, you know, so this is another nation, another government that is stronger than the government that all of us, you know,
non-state actors.
Can you imagine this kind of amount of money available to them? And so maybe that's why this has seemed intractable and beyond solution. You know, I've come to this program and said several times, I don't know, I still don't know why. Well, the figures are pushed up now, why the president, you know, has not declared a state of emergency. You know, sent our best troops. You know, but I don't know when he sent our best troops. Remember what the senator said, that the soldier who starts, you know, the officer, let me not put it the soldier, whoever security agent that he posts there.
Yes.
Within 2 weeks, the person has a car and starts building house and start building houses.
Those were allegations.
You know, and allegations. And yes, you may also know, you know, you can't see it somewhere, but the postings to these places are like choice postings. And we hear a lot of stories about people having to pay to get posted to these places. Oh. But we can't let our commonwealth be, you know, appropriated by, you know, individuals. And no matter how high they are. So the president, again, must come down hard on this and kill this off.
Do you think this Senate probe into the oil theft in Niger-Delta is the solution? Do you think this is the silver bullet?
The Senate have been probing almost everything. Well, we haven't seen...
But now they're sending 5 committees or so. That looks like a huge one.
These days that we're doing austerity and palliatives, you can imagine how much that will cost us, sending how many committees there. Do they say they don't have... We don't know what's happening? Why do they have to investigate again? The security services, all of them have gone. The chief of naval staff, all of them have gone. They're wearing boots. NNPC, MD, all of them have, you know. So we know what is there happening there. Why 5 committees to probe again? What are they probing? But it's okay. Let them do their work. But we know what to do to, you know, take care of these non-state actors who are taking over our commonwealth. You know, it shouldn't happen. You know, with the strength and the power that this government that exited and had, you know, pounced on people who are almost powerless with bombs and airplanes and everything, fighter jets. You know, if they carry the same strength and go to defend our commonwealth, these issues would have been resolved. A combination of force and negotiation with the communities. I think this is, you know, we can't be talking about being broke. We're not talking about the impact of this on our foreign exchange. Remember, part of revenues, the red leg is the FX earnings we lost from oil exports.
Yes.
But individuals are becoming more powerful and more powerful every day.
Than the state.
Than the state.
What about the currency in circulation at about 2.76 trillion as at the end of September? What's the implication of this huge money in circulation on inflation and every other thing?
Well, I mean, the money in circulation. Remember that with the coming of the currency change, yes, it literally dried up the money in circulation. Brought it low in February up to about 982 billion naira. And so from a high point of about close to 3 trillion before the coming of the new currency, yeah, it came down to February about 982, and then it's trying to go up again. But a couple of things on the ground. The current CBN people, I've not heard anything about them on this new currency. Remember, we have a Supreme Court ruling that says December that will take legal tender
in less than 90 days.
Less than 90 days from now. So, what's happening? Nobody's saying anything.
We haven't heard from the central bank.
We haven't heard from the central bank what's happening.
Yes.
But you see, we still associate ourselves with the need to change currency because of so many good reasons that were enumerated then. The problem we had was the timing and the mode of implementation. And because we know from record that the current notes we have been there for more than 20 years. They have given themselves up to, people are taking the currency. People are faking we have fake currency all over the place.
So you have so much currency in circulation. Then you have deposit money banks are giving lending to private sector, 54.7 trillion naira. That's some good news, is it?
Yeah, but I mean, see the issue also that you notice the growth between 2022, that's last year, and this year was almost about 40%. Now you think that it was due to quantum of lending increasing, but it's not really that. So what's happened is that if you had a dollar loan last year in 2022 of 1 million
as a bank,
$1 million, and then the same $1 million this year has moved from 456 or 460 million naira to now 900. So that overnight, a lot of banks just saw their loan books, balloon overnight when the new the exchange rate was applied.
The devaluation
exacerbated. There may be some nominal growth in lending, but the major part of it has been due to the fact that a lot of balance sheets have been revalued.
Was that why the Fiscal Responsibility Act is asking the government to caution banks? I mean,
I've had that issue for a long time. You see, even the debt management office, there are conditions you need to apply before banks can actually lend to states.
State government.
State government, then subnational governments, the state and local governments, and they are allowed to go and borrow. But you see, on this program, I've said it several times, that most of our states are consumption centers. Now, there's supposed to be a cost-benefit analysis of the borrowing to make sure that the citizens of the country get value for the borrowing. But you see, we don't see that happen. A lot of people just add it up. Debts are ballooning in the sets and levels, but we go to the states, the hospitals are not there, the roads are not there, the education systems are not there, pensioners are owed arrears, teachers are owed arrears, civil servants are owed arrears. Meanwhile, the debts are being...
There are airports, sporting facilities.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there are airports out there. Some flyovers, nice, sexy looking, roundabout intersections are all
Meanwhile,
there.
They are building airports and flyovers. Meanwhile, infant mortality in their states, the roof. Children out of school, with the roof.
The roads
of
the World Bank in the
roads, you have to enter the bush, come out, enter the pothole, come out, middle of the state.
It's okay.
To misplacement of priorities for most of the state governments.
So it's in order to take a second look at how state governments are borrowing.
I've said it several times that a lot of focus is on the federal government, but a lot of our problems subnational governments.
Okay, so look at the fiscal responsibility, whichever way it is, just to make them responsible. Thank you so much, Chika Mbonu. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
It's a Wednesday. We're having this for the third time this week.